me get rid of that. 1 second. Get that done. Here we go. Thank you for being here. Like I said, I'm Darlene. My channel is Scorpio 1111. And I thought I would pop on here and do some readings for whoever wants a couple of readings today. And I just have to pull up this on my device over here so I can see your chat for whoever will be here joining me. Bear with me while you guys queue up. Gosh, I hope everybody's doing well and survived. You know, I live down in Alabama, and we didn't get this weather from this latest hurricane down in Florida, but I do have a friend that was affected, and so much devastation. So my heart goes out to anyone who has been dealing with that. I mean, I just have no words. Mother Nature is humbling at best. Anyway, okay, 1 second here. Let me pull this up. It's interesting. They changed my picture. That's really interesting. Oh, that is, and why won't it let me click on it? Hold on, y'all. I can't see your chat. Well, I had this problem last time. I don't know why it does that. Sometimes it just has a mind of its own. Anyway, I'm going to pull that up in a second while you guys queue up here so I can see the chat. And then I'm going to ask about what kind of energies are coming up for the week. So let me get you pulled up here. 1 second. Hopefully. I know it takes a minute for YouTube to catch up. I just love technology. Not really. Hey, MMC Wealth. Oh, isn't this, I mean, this is a bold choice, I know, but thank you for saying that. Anna, oh, you're so sweet. Love you, darling. Oh, Anna's, I keep telling her she's so much like me. I can't even. All right, I'm just trying to get my chat up here on this other device. It's just not wanting to cooperate. So bear with me, y'all, just a minute, please. As you know, we deal with the technology. There I am, finally. If it'll let me. Is it showing up? It just, I'm pushing it and nothing's happening here. This is most irritating. Well, I guess I'll have to look at you guys on my phone as best I can do here. All right, I don't know. Maybe it'll kick in a minute. Whatever. All right. So how is everybody enjoying your Saturday? Yes, yes. I hope I didn't start this too late because I do this in front of a window for natural light, and it's getting darker earlier, and I kind of forget that. So, oops. Oops. You know, I'll light a candle or something here in a minute. All right, gang, let's see what kind of energies are coming toward us this week. Interesting, I picked up that deck without even asking what deck, but that seems to be right. All right, all right. What kind of energies are coming toward us this week? I don't know. Last week was interesting, wasn't it? Yeah, some people more than others. I'm sorry to say that so many people were having lots of tower moments last week. Can we say it like that? Y'all bear with me. I'm going to have to keep scrolling on my phone to see your messages. Let me know where you guys are from. I always love knowing that. I'm so tickled when people from all over the world tune into these. It just is amazing. Goodness gracious, about half the deck flew out here. All right, hold on. Still trying to get this to come up. I don't get it. All right. So for some of you, this is feeling more like work, but you know, that could, like if you're a stay-at-home mom, that can be work at home. It can be lots of different things. 1 second, I just want to get the big picture here. Because I feel like there's something that's coming toward us we're just not going to want to fight for it anymore. We're not, we're just like, I don't want to give any more energy toward that anymore. And yet right behind it is the very card. So these are like opposites. In other words, the very card that says we want to put work into something. And it's causing, so I'm just feeling like this is back and forth energy for us this week. There's something here that's going to cause us to go back and forth. This is the sleepless nights cards, anxiety, worrying. And it has to do with something that some kind of expansion that we're looking for in our lives. It can also be divine timing. But now here's the rub, or the big rub. It's the Seven of Swords in reverse. So for some, I feel like this is, again, this has a feeling more of work or something like that, some other endeavor, not necessarily relationship, where you thought, well, there could have been sneakiness. This could have been something or someone that you said, oh, I'm giving up on that person or that job or that thing or that idea. I'm not going to put any more energy into that. I put more than enough energy into that. You may even be questioning that about yourself, because I thought it was going to bring me lots of expansion, and and then there was this sneakiness and possibly deception around it. And then it could be somebody tried to come back in and make that right, but you didn't really, something here, somebody gets angry. Now, I speak, it's just the way I speak. Sometimes I speak as in past tense. It's really not. Because I ask what's coming up this week. I don't mean it that way. I just forget sometimes I speak that way when these readings. So this, you could be getting angry about this and saying, no, because the sword is down. This means I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. But this card is interesting, Judgment, because now if this was love, this could be saying somebody's trying to come back and you're saying, stuff that sword where the sun doesn't shine. But again, so for a few of you, if this is a relationship this week, but it feels to me more like something else, something that maybe it was this thing that wanted to come back around and you said, no, I can do it myself. I don't need you. I don't need you. For somebody out here, that feels very relevant. I don't need you. I got this. I don't need a reconciliation. Even though this is in the upright, this is feeling more like something trying to come in and you're saying, no. This could also be saying, because the Judgment card can be about awakenings, right? You could just be getting an aha about something here. I feel like maybe, I don't often get like a clarity energy around this card, but it does feel that way. Like I'm becoming awakened about this issue here, and therefore, this is what you're going to get from me. You're going to get this, the Queen of Swords, cutting the energy off. So you may be cutting something or someone out of your life this week, or a job, or something like that. You might be saying, nope, no more of this. Not interested. Thank you very much. What's at the bottom of the deck? Yeah. I don't want to go there anymore with you. I keep hearing that. I don't want to go there anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Whatever that seems to be. This is somebody, King of Cups in reverse. Either somebody who's not emotionally available or cutting off their emotions. Yep. Don't want to go there anymore. Don't want to do this anymore. Don't want to invest in this anymore. Not feeling good about it anymore. So whatever that is for each and every one of you, I have no idea what this will be. Many different story potentials here. So let's see if I can I'm going to try one more time to get y'all pulled up here. I see myself. It's so weird. It's on my thing. It's just not letting me click on it. Let me reboot one more time. So anybody got a question they want a reading on today? Please and thank you. Let's put that in the comments, and I'll just scroll down here as best I can. If I can get this pulled up. Anybody have a question today? There it is. Finally. It's coming, y'all. It's slow. There we go. All right. Finally got it pulled up. MMC, general next week in career. Okie dokie. Let me see what deck for you. What deck for you? And happy anniversary again, Anna. Anna celebrated anniversary with her sweetheart, her husband, this week. What deck for MMC? Okay, all right. I am looking for a stand to put on my table to hold my tarot card decks. And I have not been successful. I found one or two and they're like out of stock. It's like, what? Is there a run on tarot card stands? I don't know what that's about, but I haven't been able to find one. So if y'all know of a source, let me know, please. Thank you, Anna. Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow too. She meditates with me, y'all, so. Love Anna. All right, guys. There's something. Okay. 1 second, MMC. I gotta listen to the cards when they talk, so I knew there was something else going on. So they're just telling me to clarify with this other deck. All right, now we can get going. MMC, career for you next week. What's going on in career for MMC for next week? All right. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. They're kind of sticky, weird sticky today, wasn't? All right. It's because those wanted to come out for you. Baby Angel, you are number 2. Yes, you can. I'll get to you in a moment. Thank you for being here. Okay, MMC, I wanted to clarify about something here before I speak on your cards. Okie dokie. So tell me about this card, Spirit. Please. Thank you. Happy to be seen, Baby Angel, and happy that you're here as well. Thank you very much. Yeah, us old farts, we say that often. Just glad I woke up today, y'all. Happy to be seen. All right. MMC, I'm getting it. It's just slow to come today, but I'm getting there. Hold on, please. Thank you for your patience. You see me shuffling these cards. They're just not coming out. All right, come on. You said this deck. Sometimes that just means they want me to turn it around. They don't want message coming out, either in, whichever direction, upright or reverse. Sometimes they just want to make me work for it. Lordy, okay, well, I am trying to remember. MMC, did I not do a reading for you about career recently? And please tell me if I'm not remembering. I did a reading for somebody. Let me put it that way. I don't know that it was you, and because I don't remember. I do lots of them, and I just can't remember who and what. I mean, always. But I remember a message I did in a career reading for somebody that was saying you dodged a bullet, that you didn't necessarily weren't going to get the promotion. They were asking about promotion, but in the end it was in your favor that you would dodge a bullet. Now, if that wasn't you, that's okay, but I'm kind of getting a similar energy here. We've got the Ace of Wands in reverse. So this is either you're losing passion for something. Now we're talking about your career. Maybe you don't, maybe it's just simply saying, I don't like my job anymore. Can you you know, it could be that simple. It can be a missed opportunity, but I'm feeling more like you're not passionate about it anymore. It could be telling me that you're not making enough money, you're not making the money that you want to make. But this to me is the student. He's the student, the Page of Pentacles. And this is about learning. So this, in a career reading, could mean you need to learn more. There's some skill set that you need yet to obtain. But it's in the upright. That's positive. It could be saying something's coming. Now, yeah, you're not passionate anymore. I can feel that. Yeah, things have been kind of slow in your job and you're not passionate. Yeah. And I don't know if you work on, I don't think you work totally on commission, but I think that you're affected by that. Partial commission may be a thing for you. Sorry, this bracelet is pinching me. Now, I'm confused about, I want one more on this one. It doesn't have a happy ending over here in the end, according to these cards. But I'm not done. Don't panic yet. I want to get more information about that because we have the Hangman in the reverse, which could be somebody refusing to get a new perspective. So if this is not you, it could be saying like your management, your boss, somebody's not willing to see the truth or to see things how they need to be seen in your environment. That's really kind of what that feels like. And that may be what's behind this lack of passion for you. Maybe you're just feeling that they're not seeing your self-worth, because whatever this is, it hurts. I mean, it feels like that's what I'm feeling. It feels like you're not being valued, or you don't feel you are being valued here, and you want something that's going to make you happy. Duh, of course you do. But I want to ask about this Hangman. Can you tell me more about this Hangman, please, for MMC? Okay. Thank you for verifying that. That is how you feel, yes. Sadly, I feel that it's interesting because the Hangman in reverse to me is, let me explain this. In the upright, it's somebody who's put themselves in this position to get a new perspective. And, trying to be enlightened about something. But in reverse, to me, it's stubborn. Somebody refusing to get that new perspective. So it's clarified by the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Knight of Cups in reverse. I just think this is this is a boss energy, or your management energy I'm feeling. I don't think this is going to be good. In other words, I'm trying to say this as nicely as I can. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it's a missed opportunity. It's money not coming in. It's maybe they're trying to tell me here that there's not a good future for you here, or they're not going to ever give you more money, or their budgets that they're having to balance in their departments or whatever are not good, and it's just not, they don't have the money to give you, and maybe it's not about your performance at all. It's just, and in the Knight of Cups in reverse is, I just think they're not, one second, I'm just tuning into that card for a second here. Yeah, I just think it's weird energy to get a lack of truth from this card, but it's like it can mean emotionally unavailable, again, like many of the Cups cards in reverse. It means those emotions are not coming forth. And I think that they're just basically, this just in a career meeting, it says they're not telling you that, they're just not telling you that. They're just not, because they don't want to upset you probably. Because if you knew the truth, then you would probably move on and look for another job, right? Yeah, I can't make this up. As I said, if you knew the truth, the King of Swords in reverse. This is somebody withholding the truth, or that's one of the meanings of that card. Yeah. Okay, so I just think they're not telling you the truth about it, and let me ask for some advice for you, MMC, because I don't like to leave on that note. No, it's in these cards. Okay, show me some advice, please, for MMC about this job. Not happy. What kind of advice? Oh, there's two there. What advice do you have, please? Thank you. Thought I had, oh no, that was in another reading. I was looking for this card that just came out. I thought it came out already. You've got Judgment in the, all these cards in the upright, Queen of Pentacles and Eight of Pentacles in the upright. But I want a couple more before I speak. Yeah, King of Cups. This is feeling to me, it's kind of like saying Judgment Day. In other words, it's like you coming to the truth of this, what this situation is. It feels like I'm awake. I'm waking up to the truth of this. I need to take care of myself. This is the Queen of Pentacles, and it's a little card. Queen of Pentacles. She's stable. She's dependable. She does have her money, and she, where she wants it, and she's very nurturing and caring. But I'm feeling like this is how you need to be toward yourself. This is not talking about your job. This is talking about you and what you need to do for yourself. You just need to buckle down, keep your nose to the grindstone, so to speak, until you can find something else that you love to do. I'm not saying quit your job. This is what the energy I'm getting off of these cards. I know you're not happy here, but at the same time, you've got to be responsible and take care of yourself and maybe your family and whoever else depends on you. But I think if you keep going, keep working here, something else may show up for you. Let 1 second here, because at the bottom of this deck, we have the Nine of Cups. This is happiness, right? It's what I'm feeling here, that it's like either something's going to shift for you, because this Judgment card, something's going to shift. Either something will change in this company if you just keep your nose to the grindstone, or you're waking up to the fact that you need to move on, but you need to keep this job in the meantime, which is kind of really what I'm feeling. I feel like you just need to buckle down, keep your nose to the grindstone, keep working. Eight of Pentacles is the, apprentice, keep working. I do feel like part of this may be because you need to add a skill to your skill set. And so if there's something else, I don't know what you do, of course. I've asked for a transfer to another department. Okay. Okay. Because I'm kind of feeling like that could happen for you. That could happen. But I get a real strong energy here that if there's another skill set, I don't know what you do, but like maybe you could learn how to use Excel and you don't know how to do that if you're in an office environment, or, learn how to, I don't know what you do, some kind of a tech thing or whatever it is. Add some skill to your skill set. You will know what that potential could be for you. take a night course or take, whatever. I'm just feeling like you just need to stay in this groove a little bit longer. Hold on. Hold on. And then you can find this King of Cups, this thing that you're going to love. It's just going to take a little time is what I'm feeling. And you're probably not going to hear any news for a minute is what I'm feeling. Let's see if there's anything else here for you. Yeah, I think you've got a good chance at getting this transfer and it being better, or like I said, if you just stay here and maybe add a skill to your skill set, then getting another job elsewhere that'll make you more happy. Yeah, because right now things are not balanced, and I feel like that whatever the skill is, I don't know what it is, MMC, but whatever this skill is, I think that's what's going to balance this out for you to get the job that you want. Because I love that this is here, the Empress is here at the bottom of the deck. That's expansion. Right? That's expansion and nurturing and strategy. Seven of Swords can be strategy to get what you want. The Four of Wands. Yes, I like that. So that's what I feel like is going on here. So, I don't know what this is for you. Can't pinpoint what that is for you. I wish I could. If you're police officer, maybe you need to go get negotiation training or, hostage training or something. I mean, it could be anything in the world, but it feels like that's sort of a missing piece that's going to put you where you want to be, okay? Yep. Okay. That's what I got for you, MMC. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for your question and for being here. I do appreciate you. All right, so you kind of see the lay of the land here, I guess, right? Get my cards back, and then we'll come back up here to Baby Angel. My pleasure, MMC. Again, thank you for being here. You're applying for other jobs too, yeah. Okay, good. And I think that's... Even if you get the transfer and you get another job offer, I think it's going to be real clear for you which one. I don't think that's going to be like, oh my God, what do I do now? I think it's going to be clear. So there you go. All right. And I'm hearing 2 to 3 months is what I'm heard. Let's see, right? Okay. Thank you. Now let me put these cards back. Let's see. Thank y'all for hitting that thumbs up button too. It's how you show your appreciation. I'm so grateful for that always. Thank you. Please and thank you. There's a reader that says that a lot, and I can't get it out of my head, and it's so nice, and so I think I may do that more. Okay. Baby Angel, what's your question? Let me scroll back up here. General love reading for my love life. I'm single and interested in no one. Yeah, you know what? That's okay. I'm going to pull a little reading for you, but I just want you to know that's okay. Excuse me. I was single and celibate for 6 years out of my life by choice. I'm just saying it was heaven. In most ways. I really liked just doing my own thing and doing me and going where I wanted to go and didn't have to think about another person. So that can be a good thing. Y'all tell I still got a funky voice here. I'm asking what deck for Baby Angel here. What deck? Okay. All right, bear with me. Get these out. This is my deck with the most beautiful artwork in the world, but it's very slow to speak, so please be patient. All right, we're asking about Baby Angel's love life. Just in general, how about we say what's coming towards you in love or what you need to hear? Let's see. Love life for baby angel, please, Tara. Show me love life for baby angel. You too. Yeah, I know, right? It's okay. People make it out to be, oh my God, you're saying, you know, no, I'm happy. But that really, I guess, is a perspective you get as you get older. You know, when you're young, you don't want to be alone. You don't, you know, especially if you don't yet have a family. But, you know, I've done all that. Gosh, was married 30 years and have 2 beautiful children and happy memories and, you know, wonderful times, and you know that itch has been scratched, so I don't you know feel like I'm missing out on anything. Plus my standards are way different now. I'm just saying. What I want from a relationship is very different, and you know I'm feeling a little bit of that for you too, baby angel. I think you've gone through this shift recently. Well, I say recently. I'm going to say in the last year especially, you've been going through a shift about what you want in a relationship, what you will tolerate in a relationship. So in other words, your standards have been changing as well. And I think that maybe part of you, part of what's happening here is that dust has to settle. Your message to the universe, your list, I want this, 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 and this in a partner. You know, you've got to have that pretty settled as to what you want before you send that out to the universe, or if you keep changing your mind, the universe said, well, we don't know what she wants, or he or she. We're just not going to send them anything because we don't really know. She keeps changing her mind. So there's that. So I think you've been dealing with some of that, probably because you were very, very hurt in the past. Yes. Yes, we've been there. I know it. Also, you could be... Okay. I'm going to take a guess here and say that, yeah, so true. You just got to have a long relationship last year. Yeah, well, I was feeling that before I even turned the cards over. Shoot, I forget to put these down here where y'all can see them on this one. I do the vertical. Because I was just going to say these 2 cards indicate you were probably in a long-term relationship. Now, the Justice card didn't come out in reverse, but I felt like there was legal, could have been a marriage or not. Now, there's a couple of ways to read this. You could have been in a marriage, a long-term commitment. Both of those cards could indicate that. This could also just be saying you want justice. You want a fair and balanced relationship. Yes, don't we all? And you've been up in your head about it, but now you're getting, this is backing at what I just said to you essentially, but now you're getting clarity about what you want. You're getting clarity that you want somebody that will commit to you, and also that you are ready to commit to somebody. That feels very mutual, this card for you today. And this is a bit of a caution because you were hurt in the past. Don't get hung up there. Don't, you know, if we keep dwelling on the past, we're just going to create more of that in the future. Just saying, okay? And I think for a while, again, this is sort of backing up what I was saying. For a while, you've just been at this crossroads. See her blindfold? I'm not really sure what I want. I thought I wanted this other thing, but now I don't know what I need to get clear. This is somebody who's just not clear about what they want. They can't decide. I love it. And then Queen of Pentacles. This is what you want. This is probably who you are. And this is what you want, somebody who is dependable, who is nurturing. This is again a queen who commits. She has a family. She, you know, her money's good. She's solid, very nurturing. Yeah, you don't want to be disappointed. Yeah, anyway, but that's all right. So what's coming toward you? As you know, if y'all been here before, tarot usually gives me kind of what the situation is before it gives me actually the answer to the question. So let's keep going here for you. Now, we know what's here. Please show me, but I do feel like this is talking about future energy too. Yes, you've been hurt, but it's saying don't think there aren't other people out there who are worthy of you, or that you are worthy of, and that everybody's going to break your heart. If you get stuck, don't get stuck in that energy, in other words. Okay. What else? Show me what's coming toward Baby Angel, please. Oh, thank you for that verification. The description is accurate. Thank you for that. Very appreciated. I don't always need it or look for it, but it is appreciated. Yeah, oh, well, all right. Okay, now hold on. Oh, I'm laughing not at you, and I'm just, in general, I need to clarify here. What deck to clarify, please? Come on, clearly. What deck? It's interesting. Okay. All right, so we've got a King of Pentacles. This is good. I said, what's coming towards you? A King of Pentacles, right? And what do we have at the bottom of the deck? Before I pull these cards, we had a Queen of Pentacles. So you've got somebody coming towards you. Yes, please. I mean, if you want a king, you want the King of Pentacles, or, in my opinion, King of Pentacles or the King of Cups. That's awesome. Okay, so let's keep going here. But then in the middle, and you have, let me show you this. And you have the Ace of Pentacles, a brand new beginning, something very tangible. You can't get better than that. And what's right in the middle of it? Seven of Swords. Again, that's can be deception. Now, it's in the reverse, so hold on. But I think this is about deceiving yourself. I keep hearing that. Don't think you're not worthy of this. You're right in the middle. This energy is right in the middle of these two. In other words, maybe you are preventing this coming in from your own thoughts, swords of thoughts, right? You might be literally energetically pushing this away from you if you're stuck in this past energy and thinking back, you can't get out of this old hurt, then you would be pushing this away from you. So that's kind of a warning I'm hearing. But this is on offer. This is coming in. That's fabulous. Ooh, I'm excited for you. But I do want to ask. I want to ask about the Seven of Swords. Okay. Give me a minute. Yeah, okay. I think it's just backing me up again, these cards. Because your Seven of Swords in the reverse is clarified by the World in reverse and the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So Six of Pentacles in reverse is saying something that's not balanced. It's an imbalance, right? Says you feel like you're not completely healed, but working on it. Beautiful. Well, that's all we can do, right? That's all we can do is work on it. We don't know. There's no magic light switch that goes on when we get up one morning and, oh, we're healed today. It's a process. I do understand that. And so this is saying I lost my train of thought. Let me get you back here. Get the energy back. Seven of Swords in reverse. So again, I think this is you thinking back on the past, thinking the world, that was the other card, in the reverse, meaning repeating a cycle. You don't want to repeat a cycle of imbalance, things that were an unequal give and take, because I feel that energy from this other relationship that you got out of. And I think that that's just what it's saying. So if you want this king and this new beginning, you have to change your thoughts around it. This is all you right here in the middle to me. You've got to change how you're thinking about this. You're the only one. In other words, and I'm not meaning to be harsh. I'm just telling you what the cards are saying is, I'm a big proponent of, okay, the Emperor in reverse in this instance, I feel as a lack of confidence. You've lost your confidence, right? followed by a Knight of Swords. You've lost your confidence here to communicate, and yeah, there's other cards that back that up, but I'm a big supporter and proponent of the law of attraction. So if you don't know, I always recommend in my readings, go watch the, on YouTube, there's thousands of them probably, Abraham Hicks. And you can type in relationships or whatever, you know, title you want to know about. But it's about law of attraction, because we can only attract to us what matches our vibration. So if you are here and here, if you're still thinking back on this hurt, and you're in the Seven of Swords energy too, which is, sorry, I was getting it in 1 second here. I think this is just deceiving yourself energy, but anyway, then you're just not going to attract this kind of energy, right? You have to get your mindset and your emotional state to a point where you can attract this. And so this is just the universe saying, yeah, this is your potential. We got this person hanging out here ready to serve up on a platter, but you just got to be sure that your mind and heart are, we want to turn these around. In other words, we want this to be balanced energy for you. So I always try to bring that back, because I'm a believer that we have control over, oh, you are a fan of Abraham Hicks. Love it, love it. Well, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I think it's just saying do a little work there, just kind of tweak it a little bit, because this feels pretty close, like imminent for you. That's how it feels energetically. I mean, right on your periphery. It may even already be, this may be somebody in your life already, and maybe they just haven't made a move because the energy isn't right yet. So I'm recommending a little homework for you, just to kind of get busy. Take a few days and really start talking yourself up that emotional ladder that Abraham Hicks refers to. I think that's really the secret sauce and the only thing missing from this. Look at this. Love it, love it. Yeah, you want to be this person. Now, I know she's single in this, but what I'm saying is, but she's happy. Look at here, let me hold this. She's very happy. She's content where she is. She's got all her money. I mean, she's beautiful. She's confident. And I think that's just Spirit, trying to see what that bird is behind her. Spirit is just saying, this is where you need to be, marching along, focusing on you and your happiness, right? And that's when somebody comes in. It's when you're not looking for it, and when you are good with you, when you are happy with you, because as we know, happiness is an inside job. We're not ever supposed to be looking to anyone or anything outside of us to bring us happiness. We have to create that happiness within us first, and then those things show up. So I hope that helps, baby angel, because I feel like that, like I said, I feel this is very close for you. I do. And I'm happy for you. Just get yourself back to this first. I'm just looking at what cards are underneath that. Yeah, I'm just, the Temperance and the Chariot in reverse. And I think this is just saying, yeah, things aren't balanced right now. There's not harmony here in you. And so there's no movement yet. That's all. Oh my gosh, that is so sweet of you. Yes, I know. I need reminding of that sometimes too. You know, I'll have my pity party just like everybody else does. I'm certainly not above that, believe me. But it's the rock I come back to every time. I mean, I have my own personal spiritual path, but her, them, they, whatever, their teachings just seem to make more sense to me. And it's been proven time and time again when I'm done licking my wounds effectively, essentially, and then I start pulling my bootstraps up and get myself back where I know I need to be and I can be. And then I start going back to those positive thoughts and really, really diligently working on that. I mean, it just shows up like that. It just starts start showing up in my environment, it's like magic. It is truly magic, and I know because of my own personal experience that it works, right? So I don't think you need convincing. Sounds like you already know that, but I just wanted to say that for everybody out there who's also watching. Yep, it's a thing, and it really does work, y'all. So I always say, get busy getting happy. That's what I like to say here. Get busy getting happy. It's nobody's job to make you happy. It's your job to make you happy. So anyway. Awesome, awesome. I'm glad, thank you. I appreciate that, baby angel, really. I'm so glad it helped, and I'm glad that I was here at the right time. Isn't that perfect how you manifested that? Somebody at the perfect time when you just happen to be scrolling on YouTube, and there's no such thing as a coincidence. No such thing as a coincidence. I love that. That's so perfect. Thank you for that. All right, let me see here. Who else was I going to say? Hey, Tanya, how are you? Let me see who I missed. Barsha, hello, hello. Thelma, hello, hello. Greetings. Well, guys, it is a fact. Actually, I have already done my 2 free readings, but if anybody wants a super chat, I can do that for you. I'm happy to do that. As long as my voice hangs on here for a little bit, it comes and goes. It comes and goes. For those of you who don't know, I had, a month ago, I had COVID, and then I got better, and then I went out of the country on vacation, and then I came back, and then I got the flu, and it's just been this, kind of, I can't get well. So all of that's happening in there, and it's just not normal yet, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I am getting there. All right, let me get a sip. I know, synchronous. Yeah, gotta love it. You've got to love it. And that kind of thing is why I come on here. I love to say a little prayer right before I come on, and I meditate. And I just always say, let me reach the people that I can help, and that where I can bring love and light into the world through these readings, whoever that is and whoever shows up. So, and then I just trust that whether it's, 1 person or 20 people, whoever shows up is who's meant to connect with me, and hopefully we'll get something from what I do here. So that's my little spiel. Y'all have any questions about anything like spiritual or metaphysical or any of that kind of stuff? I love talking about that. If anybody have a sort of a general question, we can open the conversation. So much love and light. Well, and to you as well. You bring that. You bring that, and you just did in this. Just you showing up with your light here in the chat. That has, it really does affect. I don't know if y'all know that or not. Speaking of energy, if you get one bad person, that whole bad apple thing. If you get one bad person in the chat, it can taint the chat, and people just whatever. And one, conversely, like you, one good person in here who really is very positive and understands about law of attraction and all that. And, that spreads too. So thank you for bringing your energy here today. So who's got a question about metaphysics or spiritual or energy or energies or, I don't know, deceased loved ones, other things that we can talk about? Because I will talk your ears off about that stuff. Meditation, any of that, what kind of things you want to know about. Somebody must have a question. I know you do. Unless all of you are just sitting there like this, maybe, I don't know, you taking naps, but you left your phone on the video for a minute. Oh, goodness. What was that? People are shy. Well, gosh, I guess that's true, but, I'm here for you. I'm here. I've made this time to hear. Now, I know you don't know what I do, so you don't know the right questions. That's why I named all those things. I've kind of been dealing with metaphysics, I don't know, 35, 40 years, and been teaching meditation classes and doing readings for people for that 30 years of that time. And I do a lot with energy and spirits and all that stuff. So it's just the wild, wild west right here where I am. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's me. Wild, wild west. Wild, wild Scorpio west. Oh, goodness. It seems like there was a story I was going to share with you, though, about something. Let me think. Let me see if I can remember what it was. I was thinking about this yesterday. That I would, yeah, come on, ask and receive. I love that. Yes, ask and receive. You know, I was reminded of that. Funny you should say that, baby angel. Excuse me, y'all. Speaking of receiving, that's something I've had to work on in my life. I can give all day long, but receiving is not as natural for some of us. And so I get that some people might have a little bit of trouble with that. And I was reminded of that personally yesterday in my exercise class. I'll tell you this is the funny part. There's a show that I didn't even know existed. This has nothing to do with metaphysics, but it is. There is a show called Senior. Well, you remember The Bachelorette and The Bachelor and all those shows. Well, now there's a senior version of that. Okay, it's called, what is it called? I don't know, whatever. Is it called Senior Bachelorette, Senior Bachelor? Well, I haven't seen the Senior Bachelor, but the ladies in my gym class were talking, especially my trainer was talking about it. Well, they got on a tangent and they decided they were going to enter me to be on this show. And so that was the springboard for this, and they did. It turned out this was talk that was going on for a while, and I just thought, it's people talking, you know how they do. Well, I went to class yesterday, and she said, guess what, we entered you in this. So, I mean, there's probably thousands of people being entered too, but the funny part, the thing about getting back to the subject at hand was, but that was so nice, and that these people believed that I had the personality or whatever that could go on and do well on that show, and all this stuff was such a compliment. And yet, I said, well, I started, well, I don't know, about me, and well, I don't know, I've got creepy skin and all the, old people creepy skin and things like that, and they were just throwing compliments left and right at me, and I just was stunned. It took me a second to realize, wait a minute, you're not taking this in. Be gracious, take this in. One of the ladies finally said, we just gave you 3 compliments, and you. So I got appropriately busted by this lovely lady, and I'm so glad she said it. It's easy to fall back into that, isn't it? When you're not someone who just takes it in and is, just, or it's all about me or whatever. And so it doesn't come natural. I have to work at that receiving part. So I get that many of us do. But when I let it, it is so beautiful, and it's just so affirming that we all have value, and we're all here and unique in this beautiful / challenging planet we all live on. So anyway, it was kind of a funny thing, but I don't. Thank you. That's sweet. Hello, Polly. Welcome. So that was just a little fun sidebar thing. So who knows? I keep telling them, well, you're going to have to work harder on this, these and all the body parts. So I think now I've become entertainment for my gym class now. There. Glad to be of service, y'all. Okay, nobody has any questions, y'all. I have to go if y'all don't have any questions for me. Oh, goodness. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet, y'all. Yeah, I'm just out here being me. I'm just saying. That's all we can be, We're just us. Don't try to be anybody but you. There's only one of you. How special is that, God only made one of you. How special is that? Okay, gang, well, nobody has any questions about metaphysics or anything I can talk about today? Anything? Going once. Going twice. I'm having, by the way, I wanted to maybe come on here tomorrow and do another live if I can, but I'm having some construction work done, and you know how that goes. First of all, it might be loud. Second of all, you never know when they're going to start, when they're going to finish. I know what they say they're going to do, but I'll have to just see how that goes. So if I can, I'll try to do that sometime tomorrow. All right, Polly has a great question. Love that, Polly. How to connect to deceased loved ones. Boy, you asked the right person for that. Well, one of the right people. Because I am a medium. And so it's easier than you think, Polly. And I love telling people this, actually. Speaking of, this is my homage to my brother. We had an owl thing, and this is me and him here. I don't know, random, I'm rambling. So, Polly, it is very, very easy. You talk to them just like you talk to the person sitting next to you. It's a funny thing. We live in this three-dimensional world, right? And so we're very linear in our thinking, but that limits us. And so when people die, they're not here in the world that we understand and we can tangibly touch them. But it doesn't mean they're still not right there next to you. They just don't have a physical body. We know when we come in, there's a part of us that leaves the non-physical, that inhabits a physical body. And when we leave the physical body, it just goes back and reemerges into the non-physical, but it's still every bit as alive, and the personality is still there, just like it was still here. So some of the things, oh, that's a very big question, Polly. Okay, let me finish this one, though. So what I like to tell people to do is ask them for a specific sign. For, you know, and in fact, I was just talking about this recently on a live. I've had this discussion jokingly and lovingly. I try to make it fun and light, not, you know, morbid. But telling one of my family members, well, you know, I'm not going to be here forever, well, but I'm going to come back and see you. And she said, this is my granddaughter, she said, well, you're not going to haunt me. That sounds scary. I said, no, I'm not going to haunt you, but I want to visit you. Try to help her understand the difference. And I said, how would you like me to come to you? Tell me how you want me to show up for you so that you'll know it's me. So first of all, for anyone's listening, that is a discussion I recommend you have with your loved ones before you leave here. But with that in mind, Polly, you can say to them, I'd really love to hear from you. I'd really, you know, love knowing you're okay, or that's usually what most people want to know, that their loved ones are okay. And instead of leaving it vague, ask them to give you a specific sign. Now, the most common ones that we see are feathers. They leave coins. They make lights flicker, right? And if you have a specific, like back to my brother, and that's why I picked this up, it made me think of it. He and I had a bond over owls. That was a big thing for us. We had this common affinity. It's our spirit animal, are owls. And this came from his house, and, you know, anyway, he's passed now, obviously. And so when there's a specific, it's a barred owl, not just any owls, but I know that's him communicating with me. And also bluebirds. Here, let me pick this up. Y'all see all these feathers here? These were my brother's. So I know when he's talking to me, because I get very specific signs, and not just that you so much randomly see them, but, and I tell this story all the time, I live in a townhome. I have a window that overlooks the courtyard, the playground, whatever, and there's a little neighbor's gutter that sticks out here, and it creates this little triangle like this. And oftentimes I will see this bluebird or the pair of bluebirds that would literally be sitting on this little extension of the gutter, but instead of looking out, looking for worms like birds would do, they're not. They're turned facing me, looking inside the window at me. Well, that's my brother all day long. That's, you know, hey sis, how you doing? So ask them for something, like if you want, You can, again, you can ask them to make the lights flicker. That's a little bit tricky, but ask them for something like a blue feather, something that you don't commonly walk across or come across. Now, once you ask that question, don't necessarily limit it to a feather on the ground. What if you're sitting, in your car one day and a bus goes by with a billboard with a blue feather on it? Or what if you're at the, I don't know, Walmart and there's a costume with blue feathers on it? Or, I'm just pulling things, Or your kid comes home and has drawn, the teacher said draw something and they drew a blue feather on a piece of paper. Look for it in places like that, not just a blue feather on the ground where we would kind of limit how that would come to us. Okay, so that is that, Polly. I hope that helped answer your question. And also, they do come to you in dreams. So if you ever dream of a deceased loved one, very most likely they were really there communicating with you. Okay. Now let me catch up on the other questions here. I know you had another one. Oh, I love that, receiving. Yes, that's our theme today, receiving, isn't it? Excellent. I'm glad you like it, and I like it too. My fave is talking about these things. Okay, let's see. Varsha, I have already done the 2 free readings, hon. We are done with the free ones today. I can do a super chat, but let me see. First, I'm going to do Polly's second question. It is helpful. Oh, good, good. I'm glad. Thank you. Okay, so Polly's next question is how to energetically help someone that is dying. Now, that is a fabulous question. Where to start? It sort of helps to know if, well, let me start over, because I have had the privilege of assisting several people when they cross over, and I don't mean in a Dr. Kevorkian kind of way. I mean that like I was not at all coincidentally, but the universe put me with that person at the moment they drew their last breath. And it's such an incredible and amazing honor. So I want you to know I'm speaking from experience. There were 2 of these people that it was, I won't say a fluke, but I could have been there. I went to help take care of them because they were sick. I could have been there any week or any other time, but that was the week where Spirit orchestrated me being there because Spirit knew they were passing. Okay, so anyway, that's just a little bit about me. So I want you to know I'm not just telling you something I've read out of a book, okay? Now, there's a lot of magic and a lot of orchestration that happens around someone's passing. You can't even begin to imagine, and I could speak for hours on that. But it's a combination of what that person wants and what their spirit team knows they need and want. And all of that is being orchestrated in the non-physical around that person's passing, okay? Excuse me. So the best thing, I think, to do is for you to try, or anyone in their presence, to first of all be neutral, okay? And this is so overlooked. You may think you know what that person wants or what that person needs in terms of being there for their passing, and it might not be what they really want. In other words, I could again tell you stories, but in one of these instances, there was the sister that we were trying to get to be there for her passing, for my friend's passing, and it didn't work out that way, and it turned out she was not meant to be there. It wasn't supposed to happen that way. 1 second. So there's a lot of planning and a lot of, from loved ones that are here, for example. Typically when someone's passing, if they're sick, now we're talking about, I assume you mean somebody who's sick and it's imminent that they're going to pass. And there's a lot of juggling and people trying to scramble to get there and these kind of things. So you do the best you can to accommodate that. But ultimately, who is supposed to be at your bedside when you pass, in my opinion, is predetermined before you ever come in here. So that's just my personal opinion. There are others who might not agree with that. So don't obsess about that. Do the best you can to get the appropriate people there, and don't obsess about it. You hear stories about family members that have stayed by their loved one's bedside in the hospital and wouldn't leave the room, and they finally acquiesce and go to get a cup of coffee, and that's when the person passes. So just first of all, try to be neutral about those kinds of things. Make the best arrangements that you can, but be neutral about it. Have a lot of faith, I guess is what I'm trying to say, that there is magic happening. There's magic happening and orchestration happening around their passing. So that's just one element of that. Your intention to help that person is enough. I want to say that again. Your intention to help this person is enough. You don't really have to do anything. You know, if you're there physically helping this person, then wonderful, that's great. That's a beautiful gift to give somebody when they're passing. But if it's anything in life, energy follows your thought processes. Energy follows intention. If you are there intending to help in whatever way, if you're intending for your energy to help this person, that is enough, okay? It's not like you have to, you know, do a rain dance and stand on your head and turn the bed in the corner. And I'm making fun of a commercial y'all probably never saw, but anyway. Now, you can, depending on your religious beliefs, I feel like I'm shaking the table here, one second. Depending on your religious beliefs, you may want to go to, oh, I am shaking it now, excuse me. You might want to go to church, light a candle, say a prayer, burn incense. Incense is something that most churches use. It's a way, it's thought that incense carries the prayers to heaven. So there are those kinds of things that you can do also that I think are meaningful. You can certainly pray for this person to have a swift and comfortable passing. Or at least a comfortable passing. So all of those things I think are helpful. Sorry, my voice is trying to go again. Now, one of the biggest factors in this subject, Polly, is you. Now I'm speaking about you. Let's say you are the caregiver, for example. You need to be sure you are solid. And I've been a caregiver. I was a caregiver for my mother for a year before she passed, while raising a family and 2 teenage boys. Whew. So that was something. And I know how depleting it can be. You're just trying to show up for everybody and do the best you can. And you ended up, you don't have really a lot to give to any one person, it seems, because you're trying to take care of everybody. And there's, sometimes it's just unavoidable. It just is what has to happen, okay, to get through these things. But to the best of your ability, the more centered you can be, the more calm and more grounded is the word I'm looking for, you can be in yourself, the better you can give to that person, your energy. And again, if you're in that place and then your intention is to help that person, then they're going to get even better energy than if you're worried or fretting or grieving. You know, that there's a place for that, certainly. But I'm just saying the best way you can be there is to be solid and to know that it's just an ending that creates another beginning for this person. So you are best serving that person if you are calm and you are, again, because that affects your energy, and you ask about energy. How can I energetically support that person? Well, first of all, by your energy being solid, being calm. Now, beyond those things, if you are trained in energy work, there are things that you can do. I'm reluctant to go into that here on this platform right now for a number of reasons, mainly because it isn't always appropriate for you to do that. Depending on each individual circumstance, you would need potentially to get that person's permission. So it depends, like if you can't just go around laying hands on people just because you want to. That's not appropriate. So, you know, I just, you can do some research about that if you care to. And maybe one day when I can manage more time, I want to start, you know, like maybe do a membership thing here and start teaching you all how to do those kind of things, because that's part of my training for 30 years is doing energy work with people. So you can do that. But again, it comes back to that. What is your intention? Is your intention to uplift that person and to give to them, give love and peace to them in their time of passing? That is enough. That is enough. That's all you really need to do. And to keep yourself calm and solid and grounded while you're, you know, around them and taking care of them. That's very important for them, because they know if they're conscious, well, even if they're not conscious, their spirit knows that this is a hardship on the people around them. They do know. And also, lastly, be open. Like I said, be neutral is important, but also be open to them saying unusual things. Sometimes they will say, I'm trying to think, well, an example, for example, my mother, when she was, I don't know, within a few weeks of her passing, I guess it was. Now, my father had been dead for 10 years before she passed, but I came down into her room one day and she said, I was just talking to your daddy. Okay. So don't panic if you hear them talk about someone who's already crossed over. Again, my belief is that when especially the less conscious they are in the physical, the more likely they are to have one foot in this world and a foot in the other world. So they may be saying what seems to be strange things or talking about loved ones that have passed over. But in fact, to them, it's perfectly normal because they did just see them. You were asking me about talking to deceased loved ones. Well, guess what? They are. They are. And your loved ones that have passed, they know if this person is passing, so they're going to come visit them, and they're waiting. They're just waiting to pull you into their arms when you pass and greet you and say hello and, you know, into the non-physical world. And so that room is pretty darn crowded when somebody's getting ready to pass. I just want you to know that it's pretty darn crowded because you got deceased loved ones in there. You've probably got living loved ones in there. You've got their guides and angels and all that. And it gets, like I said, and I say that lovingly and with fun, but it's true. The room gets pretty crowded in there. So be open to things. If they say that, don't poo-poo it, or don't say, oh, you didn't see anything, or, you know, I've known families to do that, and it just makes that person feel bad. And what's the point in that? First of all, you don't really know that. You don't know what they saw or heard. And even if it's just their mind affecting them, you know, just humor them. You know, make it as peaceful as you can by not causing controversy in that way. Because very likely, if they say something like that, it's because it's true. They are seeing them. They are talking to their loved ones on the other side. Because as I said, they have a foot in both worlds. Some people need a longer transition. They have a harder time giving up the 3D world sometimes. And so that's why, one of the reasons why some people take longer to cross over is they just have a hard time letting go. Another reason is they know their loved ones have a hard time letting go of them. So it gives their loved ones more time to say goodbye and for them to maybe heal things and say things they need to say. So there are gifts. There are so many gifts in someone's passing if you have the opportunity, as I said, to start this discussion. So Polly, let me know what your thoughts are on that. Did any of that help? Had you heard of some of that, most of that, all of that, any of that? I would be interested to know. So thank you. That's really, really a great question. I love answering those kind of questions. It would help if I could read the fine print. Hang on a second. Oh, awesome. Well, Polly, that's so very kind of you. Thank you. It really is just a timing thing. I know I have some followers on here that also want me to start doing guided meditations. And, I've been retired and I've come back out of retirement. So I don't really, I'm trying to balance my energy with the actual time I have. And, that's all it is. It's just trying to find balance in my own life. And, because I want to do it. Part of me really, really wants to do it, but it is a commitment because once I start that, there's just hardly, I don't know how I'll go back. And I feel strongly about my commitments. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do my best to do it. So anyway, but I am entertaining it, maybe doing a membership thing where I do special classes like that. Maybe one week I'll do a guided meditation for members, and the next week we can talk about energy healing and those kinds of things, because there's, my students in my classes, I've always, it's kind of balance is tough for all of us, isn't it? I always joke with them that, you can learn how to meditate. There's so many apps now and videos about learning how to meditate. I don't need to reinvent the wheel. But I give people experiences. I do work with them with energy, and they experience things. And so that's sort of my little niche, I guess, but it's a little harder. It's not impossible, but a little harder to do that over this kind of a medium. So if I could figure that out, how to really fully give more experiences for people, I think I would be all in with that. But I'm working on it. And what all you want, that would help me too. What would you like to learn about, people? What do you want to know about that I can, what value I can give you? Anyway. Yeah, balance is a thing. All right, Polly, thank you. Super question. Love that question. So let me come back up here and see if I've missed anyone. Let's see. Melissa, hello. Oh man, isn't that interesting? You're the second person today. Somebody else was talking about their son who is a triple Scorpio. I'm a double Scorpio. Triple Scorpio. Oh, my goodness, girl, you go deep. I love it. Love it. We invented intense, didn't we? People say, you're so intense. Well, so? What's that saying? If it's too hot, get out. If the kitchen's too hot, get off, or something like that. I don't remember what that saying is. Y'all can tell me in the comments. Anyway, yes, triple Scorpio, man. Well, you probably loving this discussion too. You like to go deep on all things. I know Scorpios do. And we're all about that, the unseen, Pluto being our original ruling planet, things that we can't see in the non-physical world and that kind of thing. We're typically very comfortable with that, or going to the depths. Anyway, all right, guys, if you have any more questions for me, I'm not doing any more personal readings unless you want to do a super chat. Otherwise, I will talk about general subjects if anybody has another question. If not, I guess we'll see you when I see you. Intention. Oh, so I know, and that's such a simple thing that it's so powerful, your intention. And I'll just for a second, because you said that, I can't leave that alone. It's like, I don't know, I can't talk about physics. I'm just not that person. But I know enough about it to say that, again, energy follows thought. And if you have a thought, isn't that an intention? Isn't it? There's so much now. It's it's the buzz about manifestation and all that, and your thoughts create your reality. And yeah. Well, what is intention if it's not a thought? So I think even when we're not conscious of it, that is how we affect energy. But when we put conscious intention, I mean, really focus behind that, it becomes an intention. Then it ramps the power up, if you will. You know, I'm just casually over here having goodwill, or I really have a conscious intention to help people. That's taking it up a notch, I think, energetically. So yeah, intention is powerful. So be careful. Mind this monkey mind up here, because whether you know it or not, you're creating. You're creating every second. Every thought you have, you're creating. It's just a question of what you're creating. So try to be mindful of that, right? Whether you're, you know, 20 or 200 years old, that's always a thing. That's the way God built us, and I always try to relate it to people. I grew up in the Christian faith, and I like to say to some people when I'm trying to explain this, well, let's see if that is your reference. God created the world, okay, and he did it in so many days, and how did he do that? Well, God just had a thought. He just thought it into existence. Well, then how about this? It says in the Bible also that we're created in his image. Doesn't that make us creators and conscious creators? Of course, sorry, there was a bird that just flew up. I thought it might be the bluebird again. Doesn't that make us conscious creators? We are made in his image. Well, it's kind of all I need to know. It's like, yeah, we need to be mindful here, very mindful of what we're putting out there. So, again, just general thoughts, but intention even takes that up, ramps it up. So, yeah. Thank you, Polly. Again, I really appreciate your questions. That's awesome. You're most welcome here anytime. I'd love to be talking about that stuff, as I said. Okay, guys, I see no other questions in the chat. So I guess I will bid you adieu until, I don't know when you see me is when you see me, but maybe tomorrow if I can find the energy. So thank you. Yeah, you too, Polly. You too, Polly. Those little heart eyes. Thank you. All right, guys, I appreciate you so very much for tuning in. I really value your time. I know you guys have lives to live and busy, busy, all of us are. So thanks for giving me your time today. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care. Bye.